We are live. Thank you for tuning in to Naijha Speaks. I'm Naijha right now, your host, and I'm here to help you. So just let me help you find your vegan soul through food, people, events, and culture. Today we're going to find out about the plant protocol. Protocol. There's a protocol for plants. Okay, well, welcome, Lisa Smith. How are you?
I am so very well, Naijha. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, absolutely. You got to tell me, what is the plant protocol and how did this come about?
Well, let me tell you, Naijha, the plant protocol is history in the making, is what it is. It is the very first plant-based coaching certification to be founded by a person of color, which I am super proud of. Because as Black Americans are the fastest growing demographic of vegans, and so we need coaches, subject matter experts, and speakers that represent us in this space, because sometimes we need some hand holding to adopt this lifestyle. So the Plant Protocol is a plant-based coaching certification for vegans who are interested in becoming plant-based health coaches.
That's amazing because sometimes people don't get us. So I'm glad that you're saying that we need a program for us, right? For us, by us. Please tell the viewers a little bit about yourself. What is your background? Why are you qualified to do this?
Yeah, 100%. So I am a plant-based health coach. I am certified in plant-based nutrition, and I started my own plant-based coaching program called Farm to Table back in 2016. And I started then just as a plant-based vegan myself, who went plant-based because I was a personal trainer at the time who was studying nutrition and trying to figure out how to teach my clients to eat. I discovered this plant-based diet, started doing it for myself, went and got certified in it, really started mastering the lifestyle at a high level, and decided to create my own course at the time. And so since 2016, I've been facilitating my signature plant-based coaching program, Farm to Table. And after 6 years of facilitating Farm to Table, we now actually license it out to healthcare providers. But in 2021, I decided to start the certification. And so after having so much success with teaching Farm to Table and helping literally hundreds of individuals adopt this lifestyle and touching thousands of lives, I realized, it took that long to realize, that I could not do this one person or one cohort at a time, that I needed to duplicate myself. I needed there to be more plant-based coaches of color, because 99.9% of my students in Farm to Table were people of color. So I'm like, there's a need here. Why can't they find a coach? Because so many of them would say, I'm so happy to be going through this program with a facilitator who looks like me and I really feel like I can relate to. And so that's why the Plant Protocol was born in 2021. And it's been phenomenal. So I started doing this because I had great success leading my own plant-based coaching program. And I knew there were a lot of other plant-based vegans of color out there who wanted to do the same.
All right. And I have your website up because I always like to bring the website up so people can see what's going on. What is the importance of being certified in plant-based health coaching? I can tell you, I know a number of health coaches, not even health, life coach, all types of coaches. Why is this so important?
Yeah. So this is so important because, number one, it is not enough to just live the lifestyle. The fact of the matter is there are some key skill sets around business acumen, around coaching itself, that absolutely must be mastered. And so what happens is we get really passionate about this, and we see all the great things it's done for us and maybe people close to us. However, when it comes to being a coach, there are some skill sets that you need to learn. Like, for one, that teaching and coaching are not the same. And so a lot of times we think we can help people by just telling them everything we know, and that's teaching. But the actual act of coaching is a whole nother skill set. So it's important to be certified in plant-based nutrition so that you are learning everything and all the skill sets you need to be an effective coach and not just an effective teacher, but also so that you have business acumen. The other issue I've seen with so many aspiring health coaches is that they have the passion and they don't have the business acumen. So you absolutely must need to know how to market yourself, You must know how to create an offer, how to package an offer, how to price an offer. You must know how to show up and differentiate yourself in the health coaching marketplace. And so many of us are showing up with passion, but not enough business acumen. And so sometimes that causes imposter syndrome, a little inferiority complex, because we feel swallowed by the market. We feel like we're not good enough. And so one of the things I'm really proud of at the Plant Protocol is how much personal development work we do with our coaches to make sure they're showing up with confidence and courage, and they can really serve marginalized communities.
I am so impressed with looking at this website. Talk to me about, and I'm still going to scroll through, but my next question is going to be, how competitive is this field of work? Because it's very competitive. Can you talk about the competitiveness of this field of work generally, and in the BIPOC space, and
Yeah.
maybe even in the African American space, because you're the first one to do this. So let's talk about that.
100%. The health coaching field in general, Naijha, is so massive, and it's only been growing exponentially over the last several years. It is expected to be a multi-billion-dollar industry in just a few years. And so when it comes to health coaching, it is a pretty vast marketplace, because you have so many spinoffs of health coaching, right? You have holistic, or you could be a keto coach, or you can be a fitness coach. So there's so many different spinoffs in this specific space. But then you get a little more narrow when you get to plant-based health coaching, but it's still pretty vast. You get even more narrow, though, when you get to plant-based health coaches of color, specifically African Americans. There's even fewer of us. But the way you differentiate yourself in what can be easily perceived as a super competitive marketplace is by specializing. This is one of the things that we really teach our coaches to do as soon as they come into the Plant Protocol. The way you stand out in a seemingly oversaturated market is by specializing. So you absolutely want to have a specialty, and you want to go from a generalist to a specialist. So is it competitive? I'm sure it is. However, we have created a system for our coaches so that they can create credibility and differentiate themselves in the marketplace. And, with this being a plant-based coaching certification, I feel really confident in our ability to stand out, because there are several names that other people have heard of, other companies that certify people in health coaching in general, but it gets even more narrow if you want to get certified in plant-based health coaching. So I feel really confident in our ability over the next several years to really capture a huge market share.
And I have the page pulled up on what the Plant Protocol is for and what it is not. What the Plant Protocol is for and what it is not. So anyone viewing that is interested in this, please, you need to go to lisaangelsmith.com, the Plant Protocol, to find out about this program. Again, very, very, very impressive. Did you talk about why the program is different from others? Now, I haven't researched others because I'm not into this yet, or into the plant-based coaching. So you're going to have to educate me on what the differentiation is. Besides, it's for us, by us.
Oh no, yeah, absolutely. That's definitely one, and I'll start there, but that's not our biggest differentiator. But let me start there, because it is important. The fact that the Plant Protocol is the first plant-based coaching certification to be founded by a person of color, that is important because of the unique experience that people of color have when going plant-based, but also the unique experience that people of color have when becoming plant-based health coaches. We battle with different limiting beliefs, and sometimes those are not directly addressed in other programs and at other companies. And so one of the major ways that we are different, especially if you are a person of color coming over to the Plant Protocol, is that we have those deep level conversations about those limiting beliefs and those perceived barriers in entering into this space. And so that is a unique value proposition. But above and beyond that, our unique differentiators at the Plant Protocol really is encompassed by three things. The first is that not only do we prioritize nutrition and lifestyle science, which you will get from any health coaching, plant-based health coaching certification, but we also then prioritize our coaches identity through personal development work, which I have not seen done at a high level in any other program. Even the program I went through didn't exactly, didn't address my own limiting beliefs about my capability, about my confidence, about whether or not I thought I was good enough or qualified enough to do this. So we do that on a really deep level. And then the other is business acumen. One huge issue I had after I got certified in plant-based nutrition was the fact that I had no idea how to get a client. Like, I felt semi-qualified to help them after I got them because I had learned all this nutrition science, all this lifestyle science, but I had no idea how to create an offer, package an offer. I had no idea that I should be creating IP, intellectual property. I had no idea how to market myself. I had no idea about specializing. I was a generalist at first. I had no idea how to price what I was selling. I had no idea how to leverage and capitalize on speaking engagements, how to go after them, what I should be offering when I'm, on the stage. And so all of that business acumen when it comes to plant-based health coaching is exceptionally important. And so I think one of our major differentiators at the Plant Protocol is that we house all three of those things in one container. What I've seen with other plant-based health coaches, even some that we have inside of our program, is that they're coming from other programs because they didn't get everything they needed over there and they still don't feel ready. And so we encompass the nutrition and lifestyle science, the personal development, the business acumen, and the final big one is the actual skill set of coaching. What most people have gotten in other places is a whole bunch of science and information that they can teach. But coaching has nothing to do about the subject matter itself, but it really has to do with helping somebody become the person they need to be successful. And so we actually make a huge distinction between teaching and coaching and make sure our coaches are actually qualified to coach and not just teach.
I'm glad you said that. I mean, I have the plant what is it, the plant nutrition certificate through the T. Colin Campbell program. Again, that's a certificate, and it's been out there for years, I think. Definitely different than what you're offering. Good in itself in terms of the history and the
Absolutely.
science and the
Yep.
China study and all of that stuff.
Yes.
So definitely needed to have an understanding of why we should be eating this way on all different levels, because they break down all the levels, of the plant-based lifestyle and they grade it. So, which is really interesting. Um, Talk about the challenges and successes with your program, the
Mhm.
obstacles you may face with
Mhm.
enrollment, going through all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I think one of the major obstacles, Naijha, is definitely the limiting beliefs of our students. They're just like, listen, I didn't go to school for this. I don't know if anybody's going to listen to me. I don't know if my voice is going to be heard. I don't know if what I have to say is worthy. I don't know if I'm unique enough. I don't know if my, personality is good enough to show up publicly and do this and speak and promote myself on social media. So, and this was a surprise to me, Naijha. Like, when I started the Plant Protocol back in 2021, I did not even consider that the limiting beliefs would be so vast among our students that it would, hinder them from progressing forward. And so I really had to incorporate a lot of that work into the curriculum. And so that's one of the challenges that I think we've done a phenomenal job of getting over the hump of that. Like, we do a huge bit about personal development throughout the entire program. It's not like just one lesson, but it's throughout the entire program, even when they're in live class with me. Because we are a live group coaching program. We are not a self-guided course. So our
Nice.
students are actually live in the classroom with me 2 times a month. And so I literally create space for those deeper level conversations that have nothing to do with science. And I think that's really important. And then we actually have an annual in-person event as well called Destination Mastermind, which really helps them take their identity to a next level, because it's all identity work that we do at that event. And so that has been one of our biggest obstacles, is the unique challenges that specifically coaches of color face around their confidence in publicly showing up. And I suspect, Naijha, is partly because so many of us have seen mostly white men on these stages, as subject matter experts. And so because we haven't seen ourselves out there like that, we're just like, I don't know if I don't have all those letters behind my name. I don't look like that. Every plant-based health summit I've been to, it's been this doctor and that doctor and this person, right? And this chef who doesn't look like me. And so we have to really pour into our coaches to let them know, hey, you're qualified and we're going to take over these stages. We're going to add some color to these stages. And so I do a lot of speaking myself for that reason.
Say it again. We're going to add some more color to these stages. I think that's a chant. We're going to add more color to these stages. Add more color to these stages. Okay, I love it. Diversity and equity inclusion. That's what the word is around there, right? That's what we're talking about. We want in. We want a seat at the table. Yes. You know?
100%.
I love it. So you found out about the Black Vet Society. So the reason why, for the background story, everyone, the reason why we're here is because Lisa reached out to Black Vet Society, because people are trying to figure out what the Black Vet Society is, what we do, and all of that. How did you actually find out about us? I always like to find out, like, how people find out about us, like the secret society. Like,
right. Oh my gosh, Naijha, I don't even know. I've been following you guys for so long, and I've done a lot of speaking engagements for Afro Vegan Society, and so
I love them. I love them. Our partners at Vegan Self-Fest. That's the sister organization. So yeah, they're doing amazing work.
Yeah. So I'm sure it was through Afro Vegan Society some type of way. And I'm like, oh, this is another Black vegan friendly movement organization. I love it. And so I followed. And so, yeah, every opportunity I can get to reach out to organizations like yours and really make sure, we're aware of one another and we're partnering and whatever it needs to look like, I do it as quick as possible.
We have a comment that came in. Chris Wall, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for your comment. Vegan is the only way. Now, I can take this comment two different ways. So sometimes we get this comment. Are you saying, Chris, that vegan opposed to plant-based is the only way? Or you're just a general, like vegan is the only way? What are your thoughts on that, Lisa? Because a lot of times it's like, no, this is it, especially in our culture. I'm half Latino, so I'm like, in the Latino community, you're not showing up and just selling me something one time. I don't know you, boo-boo. You need to come to the family party. We need to see you about 7, 6, 8 times before, you know what I'm saying? So can you, what is your interpretation of this? Vegan is the only way.
I took it in general. I didn't take it as there's a difference between vegan and plant-based, although I know there definitely can be, but I just took it in general that not eating animals, whatever that looks like for you, is the only way.
Nice. Awesome. Thank you for that. Thanks again, Chris. So what's your ask of the viewers? What are we doing here today? What's the message? What are we trying to put across in this interview?
Yeah, 100%. My message today is, if you are a plant-based vegan of color, I invite you to join the movement towards improving the diversity and the access to qualified plant-based health coaches. If you are someone who's passionate about this lifestyle, if you're someone who consistently lives it and has gotten results from living it, then I believe that you should strongly consider becoming a plant-based health coach, because so many of us are in need. Many of us know the numbers with regard to the disparities in communities of color when it comes to chronic lifestyle disease. And we need individuals who have been able to overcome those health challenges. If they have the capacity in their own personal lives, we need those individuals to start coaching, because more people of color are migrating to this lifestyle and they need help doing it. So my invitation today is, if you are a plant-based vegan who is interested in packaging your passion and your lifestyle into a specialized health coaching business, then please apply at the Plant Protocol and allow us to assist you in creating a plant-based coaching business. First of all, it's great extra income and eventually can replace your income. I do this full time, right? Even when I was a plant-based health coach, running my own plant-based coaching program full time. I don't know the last time I had a job. So from an economical standpoint, it's very, very lucrative. And then also, though, if you want to serve and give back, and for most of us, to be honest, we've already been doing it for free. So the only thing you're going to be doing differently is monetizing. And so we teach you how to package a for-profit plant-based coaching program. And I think just for the economy of our culture, it's a great benefit. And then we're serving at the same time. And so my invitation is, if that's you, if that's something that resonates with you, to absolutely apply with us at lisaangelsmith.com/the Plant Protocol.
And Lisa, is there a certain target demographic? You know, sometimes everything isn't for everybody. They sign up and they're like, I gotta pay X amount, thousand. Who's the target market
Mhm.
that you're focusing on?
Oh, I love this question. Thank you. So we do have qualifiers. That's why you have to apply. You have to apply, and then there's a suitability interview, and then we determine if you're a good fit. So our qualifiers, Naijha, are number one, that you must already be a plant-based vegan. We will not take you into the certification if you are just exploring the lifestyle, if you're plant curious. And I know that's probably one of also our biggest differentiators, because no other plant-based certification requires you to already be living the lifestyle, but we do. Okay. And so that is the first qualifier. So you must be a plant-based vegan. The second is that you must be a plant-based vegan who's gotten a result from being a plant-based vegan. So some type of transformation, some type of change has taken place. So if you're like a newly plant-based vegan, only 30 days in, still figuring out for yourself, you probably won't be the best fit for the certification. Okay. So you must be living this lifestyle. You must have gotten a significant result from living the lifestyle. And then you must be willing to monetize as well. Now, if you're not completely sold on monetizing yet, don't worry about it. Come on in. I'm gonna convince you. Okay, I got you. So I'll teach you exactly why you should be monetizing all of this value you're going to be selling. But must be willing to monetize as well, and must have passion for the lifestyle as well. I think it's really important that you are passionate about serving. And then our other preferred qualifier is that you actually intend on serving a marginalized community. Okay. So
See, that was a test, Lisa. That was testing you.
Okay, she passed.
I love it. I love it.
Yes, major. I mean, that's why we created it. So we have a lot of healthcare providers in the program, Naijha. So we have doctors, we have nurses, and then we just have enthusiasts who've been living the lifestyle for a long time, and it changed their life. And so if you are a doctor or a nurse currently, or you're a health coach currently, but the majority of your client or patient load are people of color, you definitely need to be inside of the plant protocol as well.
I love it. Antoine, thank you for tuning in and thank you for your comment. Antoine's son is a plant-based vegan, and Antoine is 90% plant. You eat fish, so you're a pescatarian. Fish. That's the definition. Congratulations on your son being a plant-based vegan. And yeah, if you're trying to convert and not eat fish and learn more about the ill and downfalls of eating fish, you know, Seaspiracy is a good documentary to watch. What would you recommend, Lisa?
Yeah, you said Cowspiracy?
Seaspiracy. You know, they
Oh,
have the Seaspiracy that came out, yeah, with the fish.
yeah. There's oh man, Nigel. I wish I could remember the name of it. I saw a really good fish documentary last summer when I was in South Africa, and I gotta remember the name of it. You could probably Google it though, just about the quality of fish that we consume, and kind of demystifying this belief that, you know, fish and seafood is still healthy, and how contaminated our oceans are, how contaminated the seafood is, and not just with heavy metals, but like literally with like the trash that we throw in the ocean, of course, the bodies of water.
Right,
It's
right.
insane. I was so blown away by that documentary. So there's several of them out there that are specifically about seafood. And I learned a lot that day about like the low quality of seafood that we've been consuming. Because I was a pescatarian too
Me
before I went fully
too. For years, I was doing the scampi, you know, shrimp scampi, salmon. I was big. Like I was never really into like beef and pork because you know my mom was dating a 5%er and all that stuff. But the beef and the pork, I was never really into that. I was always into the seafood, and I really wasn't the biggest chicken fan unless it was like a little tiny. I don't like big meats. I've never been into that. I've always been light, flaky stuff, nothing heavy that's gonna weigh me down. But yeah, so but to learn all the stuff that was going on with the fish and the seafood, and I was a tilapia fan and eating the fish. Oh my God. I'm like, I was eating fish so much that as I was transitioning to being vegan, and it took me 3 years, I met my husband, Gregory Brown. owner of Land of Kush, birth child, he birthed Land of Kush. Um, and in that 3 years, I think I had a birthday that third year, and I went to this real nice, classy place down in Fells Point and had a salmon with some wild rice and some sauteed spinach. Oh my God, I couldn't even, I was nauseous. It felt like I was pregnant. I wasn't. I'm like, why can't I eat this thing? I was like, I could, total waste of money. You know,
Wow.
and that was the end of the fish. And then and then one day I went somewhere and it was like a shrimp cocktail. You know how they do the shrimp with the sauce on it. And then it happened again. I said, okay, it's over with. I can't even do this anymore. These are my favorite. I can't even do it.
That's how it happens. That's how it happens every time.
Antoine, how can you get him in contact with Lisa? Lisa doesn't have a Facebook, but he doesn't have a Facebook, but he is on Instagram. Lisa, this is a great segue into how can people best connect with you and get more information.
Oh
It's on
man,
the ticker. It's on the ticker, but
right. Yeah, oh yeah, but I'm happy to say it out loud. So I'm definitely on Facebook and Antoine and Instagram. So if he's on Instagram, he wants to look me up at Lisa Angel Smith. At Lisa Angel Smith on Instagram. And then my email as well. I'm happy to drop that, which is just hello@lisaangelsmith.com. Hello@lisaangelsmith.com.
I'm putting
But
in there hello@lisaangelsmith.com.
that's
Contact
the
Lisa.
email.
Okay.
Oh, thank you so much, Naijha. But yeah, I'm definitely on Instagram all the time. So that is a great place to learn more about what I do, learn more about me personally, learn more about my point of view and my perspective, because I'm always teaching how to become a phenomenal plant-based health coach. And so I would absolutely love for him to reach out.
Awesome. Great. And we got a couple more hellos here. So let me just shout them out. Tom, yeah, that's okay. You can be late once in a while, Tom. Tom is our loyalist follower and viewer. Thank you. It is so nice to see you, Tom. I appreciate you commenting and tuning in. Please share, 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 like. I have to do some shameful self-promotion. So if you bear with me. Look, Vegan Soul Fest is next Saturday and Sunday. Get your tickets today, and we will see you at Vegan Soul Fest, presented by the Better Food Foundation, who is activating their Flip It campaign at the festival. This is the first time ever that you're going to see this. Okay. I also want to shout out Visit Maryland as a presenting sponsor. They want you to visit Maryland. Baltimore City is in Maryland, folks. I don't know why y'all keep leaving us out, but Baltimore City is in Maryland. So please visit Maryland. We're going to be down at the Baltimore Peninsula, 101 West Cromwell Street. It is a beautiful waterfront space. Stop asking us about why we're selling tickets. It's beautiful waterfront space. You're going to see amazing speakers, performers, wellness talks, chefs. 2 days, y'all. Children 12 and under are free. Let me put the because I don't know if people really understand what's going on. Bam! Vegansoulfest.com. Vegansoulfest.com, brought to you by Black Veg Society and Afro Vegan Society. Okay, so please get your tickets today. Tom, I don't know why your comment is still there, but that's why I love you so much. That's why it's there. Dwelle will be performing on Saturday the 19th. Obviously later in the evening, so don't show up at 12 thinking that he's performing. He's closing out the festival on Saturday, and we have the amazing J Nova closing out on Sunday. So you're gonna want to be there or be square. So please, Vegan Soul Fest. If it wasn't for our amazing sponsors, I gotta shout out the sponsors before we take off. You're tuning in to NaijhaSpeaks.com. If no one knows, Naijha Speaks is a project under Black Veg Society. So this is how I get funding to talk to Lisa. Lisa just promoted a whole thing and she didn't have to pay anything. This is how I get to support others in the community doing amazing things. So please support Black Veg Society at blackvegsociety.org. Tune in to NaijhaSpeaks.com. We have amazing interviews starting from when COVID began right up until today. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. BlackVegSociety.org. We are meeting you, the people, where you are, wherever you are on your journey, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, on your holistic health, vegan, and plant-based journey. Please support us today, blackvetsociety.org. Appreciate you. Lisa, on that note, close it out.
Yes, listen, we all have a responsibility to carry our transformations forward. We all went through what we went through to be a testimony and an example to somebody coming behind us. So if you have the personal capacity, please reach back and help somebody up. It was an absolute pleasure being here with you today, Naijha. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, hang tight. Don't go anywhere. But everyone else, we will see you. Please, we hope you're going to see you at the Vegan Soul Fest. Whatever you do, whether you hang out with us this weekend or next weekend. This weekend is Black Veg Fest in Brooklyn. So for my New York folks out there, please check out Omawale Adewale and his wife Nadia at Black Veg Fest in Brooklyn. Go to blackvegfest.org for more
I'll be
information on
there.
that. Yes, so please, I gotta shout them out. That's our brothers over there, our brother and sister. Go to Black Veg Fest in Brooklyn this weekend, please, please, please. But whatever you do, please be well, be safe, drink water, and hey, go vegan. All right, talk to you later. Bye bye.